can I host this session? And I just got the opportunity. So we are live on YouTube also. Okay,
Basically,
so how
adding to
many of
what
you?
Abhishek just said, so we met Abhishek in Masai, Bihar, and he's very good guy. He helped us a lot in the event. So we are all doing this community champion thing. If all of you are aware, I'm from community, and we do this community champion. And Abhishek, being a student, is helping us doing a lot of thing in the community. So Abhishek is going to also talk about it in between. Sarthak is also a community champion now, and he is an alumni. So there are a lot of going to things that are going to happen in community aage. So hold on for that. But let's start today's session. All the way to you, Abhishek and Sarthak.
So good morning, guys. I am Abhishek Mishra. My name is Abhishek Mishra. I am from Bihar. I am currently living in Patna, and I am a student of Unit 1, Masai School. So today we are going to host the session, the Placed by Masai session. Today we have Sarthak Bakshi with us. He,
Hey
uh,
everyone,
I
hi.
will I will talk. I will give a brief introduction about him. He is basically from Kanpur.
Uttar
He's been
Pradesh.
a he has always been an enthusiast in tech field, and he is currently working as a front end front end engineer in Cleartrip. And uh, uh, so over to you, Sarthak.
So hi Abhishek. Hey everyone, my name is Sarthak. Basically, I'm from Kanpur, as Abhishek said, from Uttar Pradesh, and right now I'm working in Cleartrip, Flipkart, basically right now. So and staying in Bangalore only. So it has been such a great pleasure of seeing you guys and talking to you guys. If any questions, please drop down in comment section. Hey Atul, I'm seeing you. The thing from Akash, are you a Java student? No, I'm not a Java student in the Masai, but yes, I know Java, and I worked over it as in backend. Are you good in DSA, Vivek? No, Vivek. It just remind me of my best friend. My best friend name is also Vivek. I was never a good student in DSA, but yes, with a good practice and few members of my team. So basically, they helped me becoming okay, better in DSA.
So let me
Educational
start the
background.
session. So we will take the questions,
Yeah,
Sarthak, later.
later.
So we will start the question with our questions, I think. So I would like to know a brief introduction about you and your background and how you came to Masai and all.
One more thing, direct message, please don't do anyone. ताकि बाकी को भी समझ में आए question exactly है क्या what I'm replying to.
Sarthak,
Mm-hmm.
Sarthak, we can start now. So tell us about yourself, something about yourself, your background, and how you came to Masai, how you came to know about Masai and all.
So I'm a BCA guy background as usual. So I saw many people here in from BCA background only. CDC, so someone was asking CDC. Please don't ask me that. So from starting only from when I was a kid, literally kid, I was in class fifth at that time. So at that time also I was a keen interest in tech things. So my father just dropped me into an computer institute. That was a small institute, but there I learned about internet and stuffs over it. Booking tickets like small 5-year-old, sorry, a 12-year-old guy can learn. After that I started little bit keen interest into deep things. After that, after 12th, basically in the 12th, I still can remember in my last day I just spoke on the assembly ground that I want to be an ethical hacker. So everyone laughed at me at that time, but still I know that there is a field, ethical hacking, which can be very good and fruitful in the future. Right now also it is, but at that time being an hacker, thinking about that is also very, not that much normal. So I studied over it for around of 1 year from 2018 to 19. Then I got to know one thing: you cannot learn hacking in Uttar Pradesh because there is no institute over there. So yeah, but then I started working over web development. So I was in web development since 2020, learning over different things, app dev, web dev, and stuffs. And I was learning, keep on learning through this. I was also worked as a backend developer earlier, and then I left that and joined Masai to learn Mern Stack.
So yeah, that's very interesting. I can see that you are a very techie guy, as you write in your description in LinkedIn and all there. So how did you came to know about Masai basically? Where do you see the Masai, that there is a Masai Institute like that?
Since the day I joined Masai, I can still remember that it was like 7, 8 months back when one of my senior just told me about Masai. So the thing is now you cannot go somewhere without doing a good homework and learning about the stuffs. So I was just waiting for the right time to join Masai, waited for 8 months, and then only I joined Masai when I feel like it is a very correct time for me.
So what made you decide that I should join Masai, or what was the concrete reason that attracted you more about Masai?
The concrete, that was a very good question. That time na, there were 2, 3 more schools over there, not giving the name particularly. I checked for that also. A few of my friends was studying in such a same edtech institute. So from there, I got to know one thing: the way they are teaching and the way they are giving things to the student is not that much accurate about the market standards. Even the things you are learning in Masai right now also is little bit accurate to to the market standards, but yes, market is totally different. You cannot just assume things what gonna happen if you are a student only. It totally different if you are in mature guy and know how things works.
Yeah, Masai actually Masai thinks like that.
Hmm.
Market is a static thing. It
Hmm.
always changes. It there are some you can say they are about recession and all. So Masai is always focused on the market. What market is demanding? What is the demand there? What companies are looking for, and they change the curriculum according to that. And that's why the Masai is Masai.
One more thing,
So I
Abhishek, can you please open the chat section to everyone? People are directly messaging me. They are not getting the option
okay.
to message to everyone. Well, I want everyone to know the particular question what I'm replying right now.
Okay, I will. I enabled it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can check.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Masai says that it's a military style school. It's 911 at your time, and now it's 1116. Now it is changed. So how was that 991 and 996? I sorry.
To be
Uh,
exact, I'm telling you this, it's not 991. To be very honest, it's never
996,
996. It
996,
was never 996. We have to sit for all 7 days. And we were studying about more than 15, 16 hours. It looks stupid when I speak, but that's a fact. Everyone was doing that at my time. My complete batch was doing this 15, 16 hour thing, especially when you are in the last unit. That's a fact.
So how did it change your personality and
I
your
said,
what qualities you added after the following the schedule of 996?
talking about the quality, I learned how to study about things from myself only. Earlier na, I was a kind of guy who want people to tell me. I go to the institutes, pay for it, learn stuffs, but I wasn't that much good guy to go on internet and find stuff. And that's a fact. Right now you have so much privileges that you can go on internet and learn every single thing that you're learning from different institutes. But that's a fact, not everyone can do this. That's a very hard thing to find stuffs. If you don't know the stuff, how can you find it?
So many students hear about Masai and they have many questions in their mind that my English is not fluent, or I am not from the IT background, I am not from the CS background. Can I do this, or can I do that? So what's your thought about that?
To be very honest, guys, that's not the thing. You know that there is a recession period right now, but my company Cleartrip is right now hiring people. They are requiring 25 people right now. Please don't message me right these things. Now about CTC, I saw one more guy doing direct messages. So the thing is, in the here, so can you please repeat the question again? I just go
And
went
I
to the
was
show
saying that
and just
they have many questions. Students have many
about the
questions in their
language
mind that their
stuff.
English
Yeah,
is not fluent,
in
yeah, or
interview
IT
times na,
background.
here in Cleartrip and I saw many places they were just speaking in Hindi, fluent Hindi. No worries. People just looking about the your attitude. If you are not good in English now, you can improve that, but that's not the most concrete thing to decline a person. If you know
You
if you're
should
good
have a
in your
basic,
stuff
yeah.
now, yeah, if you have good stuff knowledge upon your thing, so no one is gonna decline you just because you don't cannot speak in English.
Yeah, you should have a basic level of communication, and at least. Uh, so, uh, my next question is the IT background thing.
I
IT background, you are not from IT background and all.
I
So how can
was
I learn
from
that?
I wasn't from BTech background, but yeah, that's not like I wasn't from IT background. I was a BCA student, but the thing is, na, I never went to college. I just did my degree from a distance, since from the after the 12th I never went to any college, but yes, I was having a good experience of 4 years of learning. So yes, I'm a kind of IIT guy. You can say that.
Yeah, though. So, was that easy for you to adjust according to the Masai curriculum or pedagogy type of learning, or you took some time to adjust to it?
That's a good thing about the Masai, right? So they are not forcing every single thing at a particular time. They are just increasing the dose level by level.
Yeah, unit based progression
Yeah.
and all.
Right now, you are in unit one. You are not able to see that, but when you come in unit two, unit three, now you will see that thing. Hello, Vicky
So,
sir. Vicky कौन है?
no, Vicky, sir. Your nickname is Vicky, or so?
No. My nickname is Jan.
Hmm.
JAAN.
Oh, okay, okay. So Masai talks about unit mastery progression, and the asyncs comes with it. So what do you think about that?
That's a simple thing. That's also a philosophical thing, right? Failure is a part of being a successful guy. So it's a good thing if you're getting an acing right. So there is no need of going to next unit without getting the proper knowledge of that particular unit, right? When you go in the placement now, you're not gonna get selected in a good company if you don't have a proper those knowledge of that particular stuffs, what particular topic. So it is good if you are doing an acing. If you think that you need an acing, many times even I thought of getting acing in unit 3 was a little bit difficult for me because javascript I wasn't good in that DOM manipulation stuff and backend stuff, and that at our time that Dhaval sir was teaching us node.js backend stuffs. So many time I thought to take an async, but I never get that.
The backend is always tough. I've heard from many students that backend is tough, but you can't complete the full stack development without the backend part, I think. So what was the hardest unit you think that which was the toughest you thought that it is the hardest, I think.
I like the last one. Dhaval's way of teaching was hell. Not hell, not exactly hell 2 3 times, not exactly hell, but that's a good way of just forcing kids to learn by yourself only. Right. When you're getting a big logs every single time, you have to study by yourself. Many times, even I skip the classes of the Friday, Saturday thing. But obviously, if you're not doing stuff by yourself, by wasting a Sunday over the good things, you cannot get a good knowledge of things. That was her teaching was hell. That's not the truth, bro.
So the basic thing is we know all that Masai will teach coding and DSA coding and DSA. So what other things Masai focuses on teaching?
First of all, with my experience, I know one thing. If you're 100%ly relying on Masai, so that's not a good thing to do. Matlab, you cannot rely on one particular source of truth. You need to be learning from YouTube, different website and stuff to get things. So apart from Masai, so this is very necessary.
And Yogesh sir always tell that we focus on holistic development.
Yeah.
That he says always say in the job you will you will working on 30% time on coding and other 70% time on your communication and other things. So how does Masai help in that?
Talking about the communication part, the first unit at my time, so it's in first unit we get a proper communication stuff classes in which we interact with every single guy, like the stuff we are doing right now here, right? So that time also we were to at that time like 400 peoples. So we have used to do these kind of stuff there all that time that time also, and in the evening time I used to have my particular classes also, like those who are not getting the stuffs, I was like coming on the meet and telling the people like this is the other things, how can you solve it. So we were also doing stuffs like that. So yeah, communication is a part if when you're doing the complete good amount of practice over it.
Okay. So many of times the students might get demotivated or feel stressed that there are so many assignments and evaluations and all. So how do you cope up? How do you handle that, and how must I help in that?
I feel like we are missing many questions. I feel like which is very important in the chat.
We will be taking all the questions from there.
Yeah,
Okay. So
sure.
we will be taking some questions from here also. So I was talking about many of times you might feel like demotivated, or your curriculum is not going well, or you're not getting marks, or like that. So how do you cope up with that?
To be very honest, dude, being depression is not an option if you are in Masai. If you feel depressed for one day, right, you're gonna miss that particular knowledge of the one day, and you're just lacking one day knowledge. That's very wrong. So being depressed is not a thing. Just stay focused. Do prayers. Prayer is a very important thing. Like we used to do in school, right? Without studying, just doing prayer, like Khuda bacha lena in exams. Just praying is a good thing, but you have to be mentally strong. This is an army way of doing this stuff, right? Have you ever seen an army guy getting depressed? No, right? You cannot get depressed. Being depressed is not an option right now. Miss कर देंगे अपनी एक दिन आप लोग class. My brother was that time. I still can remember. I was in unit three. It was October. October, yeah, October. One of my brother died. So I was like very much depressed for 8 hours. I missed one day class, and from next day I stayed again for studying.
Yeah, that's the motivation where what you get at Masai. So Vikas Bhuvan is asking, were you grinding lead code while doing Masai?
Like we were though grinding, we were eating lead code questions at that time. We were finding questions from everywhere. We just drank complete that love rubber sheet. But in last
So
unit only. In the starting units, so everyone is like going with the flow, just doing the stuff which is required.
yeah, the Masai is providing enough that you can learn in the initial class. Okay,
And
so
that's fact. That's fact. When you go in the companies, right, you won't see people asking you about the heavy DSA questions. It's very rare. I still can remember I give interviews in round of 15 plus companies. That's a fact. I gave interviews in 15 plus companies, and in hardly two or three, I found the questions of DP. Most of them was asking 80% of them. There's asking questions of strings and array. Array means depends upon every single
yeah, I know.
type also, but not more than that. They just want a basic
So
knowledge.
at
When you're going in the company ना वो DSA क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कराने नहीं बैठेंगे. They want you to do stuffs. Backend की मैं
yeah,
बात
but
करूँ, backend के लिए तो you have to be good in DSA.
yeah, you have to be you learn DSA to have a good logic thinking and all, so you can solve the coding. The DSA मतलब once someone has said DSA plus coding is programming. DSA can't be alone, or coding can't be alone. So the both are important. So you should focus on both, I think. So at every unit end, there is a construct week where you have to work on projects and where the lectures have stopped. There are and then IEs are only in your contact. So do you remember any important project that you worked on? And you,
I feel like every single project was important to show in your resume. Every project was important. So the last unit we worked, right. So my strategy was making project like I was always the one who was leading it. So it was a particular thing. Backend, so I was like at that time, not all was accurate in doing stuff. In the Masai, when you're divided into the teams of making projects, they divide you in a such way that one was a good, one was a little bit below, one was more below, and one was the one who will always be like, I'm not doing stuff, go to well.
yeah,
That
there
way
are always people like that.
in in every single unit in which I made a project, right? Always there was a one guy or two guy, मैं नहीं कर रहा, sorry, I don't have enough knowledge upon it. और एक ही दो को, that's a fact. I saw every single guy there talking about
So
React.
yeah,
So
so Vikidatta is asking, how did you prepare your resume, portfolio, GitHub, and
वो तो मसाई करवाता है यार.
yeah, Masai
मसाई
does that.
करवाता है, but if you want to make your resume strong, you have to do individual projects also. Not group project is not enough. And one
Yeah.
more thing, I will just give a suggestion. Other companies, if anyone guys in that placement group right now ना, अगर कोई कंपनी आ रही है and giving you project to make it, उसको अपने रिज्यूम में करना शो तो कर दो. अदरवाइज उसको हमेशा इंटरव्यू के टाइम दिखाओ कि I made this. Many times, so even like from the different companies, I show the particular project to some other company, like I made this. I
Yeah,
used
and projects are important. Projects are important at the interview. They see that very much. You have if you have worked on real life problems and project, that's important. The company sees that and consider that also.
Shashank
So
Kumar ka, I
this,
saw one message here. I feel like this is a good time to say something. Sir, tell if a person is 12th pass, can I get it? Can he get the job? I know round of 2-3 people. One was like very famous, Just Karan Singh. So he is in right now Coin Switch Kubera. He's getting a package of 15 LPA और वो सिर्फ 12th pass था and he's just 19-year-old. हमारे बैच का second highest package था उसका.
yeah, question also arises that does a degree matter, that the company asks for a degree, or you just focus on your skill and projects?
In MNC, तो यार degree is important. In MNC, degree is very important. Even the stuff talking about the Cleartrip and the Masai, right? Is a Cleartrip and Flipkart, right? So they are not hiring people if you are not graduated. मेरी company में if you are not graduated, they are not hiring. So degree is important if you are going in MNCs, but if you are hoping for the startup stuff, right? Degree is not a mandatory stuff. Skill is very important, bro. Degree कौन देखता है? बीटेक करके लोग घूम रहे हैं, जॉब नहीं है लोगों के पास, right? कितने देखे, सबने देखे होंगे यार, बीटेक करके लोग घूम रहे हैं, not getting the job.
Many students come to Masai after doing BTech to learn the proper skill.
मजाक नहीं उड़ा रहा हूँ किसी का, ऐसा है कि भीड़ इतनी है, भीड़ इतनी यार, अब ऑब्वियस सी बात है, आप सबने करा हुआ है, पीपल आर जस्ट वांटिंग दैट क्रीमी लेयर, राइट? अब सबको ले लेंगे तो कंपनी के पास इतना पैसा थोड़ी है.
That is not the problem of, that is not the mistake of the student. The education system is like that. So the student, what should they do? So they.
अब यार सब बाकी क्वेश्चन उठा लें. आई फील लाइक हमने बहुत से क्वेश्चन मिस करे हैं, एक दो के डीएम भी मैंने देखे हैं, मैं रिप्लाई नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ.
So many questions are regarding the percentage and the graduation things. So guys, if you are 12th pass and you are learning this skill, that is coding, then you are sufficient to earn a very good amount of money. And there are so many people, I think, after who have done 12th and are earning very good, and they have the skill of coding. So what's the point about this, Sarthak?
मैं तो गया भी नहीं हूँ कॉलेज, ब्रो. I got 68% complete in BCA. School में I was a good student, never get less than 80-90. तो average कह लो या good कह लो, but degree इतनी matter नहीं करती, nor even your marks.
So
please guys don't DM me, मैं question miss कर दे रहा हूँ ऐसे बहुत सारे. Please write it on a public way.
Vikas Bhuvan is again asking, what kind of project did you make which landed you to your job?
Good question, very good question. So when I was doing it na, so my plan of doing stuff, or not plan, the way Masai do things, right? You never gonna do one particular tech stack in different project. I still can remember मैंने पहले बनाया था. So at that time we were in front end, we were using EJS, in back end doing Node.js. The database we were using is MongoDB, obviously. Payment gateway integrated of PayPal. In next project, I was very sure that this time I'm in last unit, I was very sure that I was not doing Node.js again in backend. At that time I know Java, but obviously not all people can do that. I was a good stuff knowledge in PHP at that time also, but obviously बात है नहीं आता बाकी को, how can we do this? So backend मैंने संभाला अकेले. So at that time we use some different stuff, but हाँ चल गया था. तो tech stack change करो.
So several external sessions are also held in the Masai. I will talk about a session that had happened last yesterday. The Shashank, Dipankar, and Aditya and Manas Tiwari sir was there. So they were talking about that was a code talk. So the Dipankar talked about a very interesting topic. I was fascinated about that. Project-based mindset and product-based thinking about that. What would you say about that?
The one you mentioned, Dipankar, right? He's the only guy, because of him I was in Masai. Yeah, Dipanshu is.
Yeah.
He suggested me for this, and many of us, like many from my city, just came here just because of him.
Do you remember any that type of external session that changed your mind and way of thinking, and some interesting facts after that?
I was a very rogue student when I was in Masai. I usually never follow the rules here. मैं कभी सेशन अटेंड नहीं करता था. That was a bad thing to do. ऐसा करना नहीं चाहिए, बट उस टाइम को कहीं अगर मैं दूसरे को यूटिलाइज कर रहा हूँ अपने पर्टिकुलर लर्निंग के लिए, क्लास में ले नहीं रहा था एट दैट टाइम ऑल्सो, तो मैं उस क्लास की रिकॉर्डिंग डाउनलोड करता था और सेशन के टाइम में देखता था. That's a very bad thing to do, but
that's a very bad thing. You should attend the classes, I think.
नहीं क्लासेस तो अटेंड करता था, लेकिन ऑब्वियस सी बात है इन बैकएंड स्टफ ना, तो इन Node.js आई वाज इन अ गुड अमाउंट नॉलेज ऑफ Node.js दैट टाइम आल्सो, तो उसके लिए मुझे नीड पड़ती थी डाउनलोड करके दोबारा देखने की. Have you do
So
async? नहीं भाई, async मुझे कभी मिला नहीं, एक दो बार मांगा था मैंने. Does Cleartrip use Node.js? No, Cleartrip doesn't use Node.js. They are working over Ruby on Rails and Java.
so basically, what type of work you are doing in Node.js, and what type of stuff and projects you are working on?
Node.js, but I only made one project which I showed in this only. So that is given on my GitHub. You can see that. But in this company, na, I wasn't working on a backend. Few things I've did here just without telling others in Java. So yes, knowledge के लिए मैं कर रहा हूँ, वरना करने देते नहीं है ये लोग. In big companies ना, you won't be hiring as in full stack developer. रोल भी आपका सिर्फ फ्रंट एंड या बैक एंड में डिवाइड होकर रह जाएगा. हो सकता है इंटरव्यू में आपसे दोनों पूछ लिया जाए.
So when does Masai starts preparing you for the interview? Is it start from the first day, or there is a specific block for that?
इनडायरेक्टली तो डे 1 से स्टार्ट हो गया था. इनडायरेक्टली यूनिट 1 के फर्स्ट डे से ही इट वाज स्टार्टेड. लिंक्डइन का लिंक, प्लीज लिंक्डइन का लिंक डाल देना यार, बच्चे पूछ रहे हैं.
Yeah, I will say that.
सारे भाइयों को मिलेगा.
Yeah.
सो डे 1 से स्टार्ट हो गया था, मगर जो प्रॉपर कहना चाहिए ना, दैट एवरीवन डज. लास्ट डे पे ही आपको याद आता है स्टडी करना एग्जाम से 2 दिन पहले, राइट? वही मेरा भी हाल था. सो मैंने यूनिट 4 से पढ़ना शुरू किया था बहुत अच्छे से. वैसे मैंने अपने भाई की डेथ के बाद से पढ़ना शुरू किया था और अच्छे से, मगर लास्ट 2 यूनिट्स में पढ़ा था ज्यादा अच्छे से.
Okay. So what was the wait a minute. So how many interviews did you take to get a job?
ये बहुत ही लास्ट क्वेश्चन थोड़ा अजीब सा है. सर, अच्छी कंपनी सिर्फ अच्छे स्टूडेंट को मिलती है क्या? सर ना बोल भाई, भाई हैं सब अपनी सेम एज के हैं. ये क्वेश्चन बड़ा सा डाइसी सा है. क्या अच्छी कंपनी अच्छे स्टूडेंट को मिलती है? ये वर्ड टर्म अच्छा नहीं होगा. जस्ट इमेजिन यू आर ओनिंग अ कंपनी. क्या तुम किसी भी बच्चे को ले लोगे? यू ओनली वांट गुड स्टूडेंट्स, राइट? तो इट्स नॉट अपॉन द गुड अच्छे कंपनी अच्छे स्टूडेंट को मिली. कंपनी को जैसे बंदे चाहिए अच्छे लेंगी, वो ऑब्वियस सी बात है. तो हाँ, इनडायरेक्टली हाँ, इसका आंसर हाँ है. मैं और डिप्लोमेटिकली इसका आंसर दे नहीं सकता.
Okay.
Like
So how was your placement? How was your
नहीं यार, अच्छा बनना पड़ेगा, मजबूरी है. Being best is the only way we can survive.
So how was your placement experience at Masai?
Placement experience, it was literally very learnful and way hell difficult. जितना मैंने लास्ट यूनिट्स में नहीं सीखा होगा, that I learned in बची हुई आखिरी यूनिट में. I still can remember. I feel I was very overconfident at that time also. Like company आ रही, अपना तो अच्छा पैकेज लगना ही है. I was like too much, very 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 confident that 10 LP के नीचे तो जाना ही नहीं. तो in a same mindset, I stayed for 5 companies. I didn't get selected for second round also. तो वहाँ that was a very धक्का kind of thing for me also. Like इतना पढ़ने के बाद मुझे second round में भी जाने को नहीं मिला है. तो हाँ, ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं रखना यार. और साथ रख के चलोगे ना, इफ यू आर मेकिंग ग्रुप इनसाइड मसाई ओनली, तो बेटर रहेगा. जस्ट बिकॉज इफ यू डोंट नो वन थिंग ना, आपका बैचमेट को आता हो, वो दे कैन टेल यू दैट पर्टिकुलर स्टफ. आपको जो आता है वो दूसरों को बता सकते हो. दैट्स द वे आई स्टडीड इन मसाई. आई स्टिल कैन रिमेंबर देयर वाज वन गाय, रोहित बेलाकोंडा, इन माय बैच. So he was drop out from IIT. He was like way hell good in DSA. वो मेरे को DSA पढ़ाता था. I was, तारीफ नहीं करूंगा, ओके गुड इन फ्रंट एंड पार्ट एंड इन बैक एंड. तो मैं अपनी चीजें दूसरे बैचेस को, दूसरे बच्चों को पढ़ाता था, और एक दूसरे को हम पढ़ाते थे. इस चक्कर में सबके ठीक ठाक लगा था.
So in Masai, IAs are very important and instructors are very important. So who was your favorite instructor or IA? I think I want to know that.
आइए तो माई आइए वॉज कमल एंड ही जस्ट लिव वेरी नियर टू मी. अभी भी यहाँ से उनसे बाई चांस कभी मिलना नहीं हुआ इतने पर्सनली. मसाई में 1-2 बार देखा है उनको, बट माई फेवरेट वॉज अली मालम एट दैट टाइम. लाइक वेरी चिल गाय.
So how do instructors and IAs help you in project? Because in construct week, at the last week of the unit, you are only with the IA. They are only in touch with you. So how do you contact them and they help you in projects and all?
ब्रो, थोड़ा ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट साउंड करूंगा, बट मैंने कभी आइए से पूछा नहीं कोई भी चीज.
Okay. So
ये फैक्ट है. आप ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं, इसको आप अपनी लाइफ में भी इंप्लीमेंट करो ना. इफ यू आर इन अ जॉब ना, आपको बताने वाला कोई नहीं होगा यार. लिटरली आपके हो सकता है सीनियर्स भी कुछ और वर्क कर रहे हो, यू आर वर्किंग ऑन डिफरेंट स्टफ, नहीं बताएगा कोई. सीधा कह देंगे हम नहीं बता रहे, खुद करो. तो यही सोच के मैं भी करता था. ये भी एक रीजन था ना पूछने का, कि खुद से सॉल्व करोगे ना, यू आर गेटिंग अ गुड ग्रास्प ऑफ थिंग. तो खुद ही सॉल्व कर लो, एक जरूरत क्या है आपको, मतलब जब बिल्कुल नहीं हो रहा ना तो पूछो, तब तो जरूरी है पूछना, बट अगर खुद से सॉल्व हो जा रहा है तो बहुत अच्छी बात है।
सो जयेश इज आस्किंग, भैया 12th के बच्चे को क्या करना चाहिए?
भाई मेहनत करनी चाहिए और क्या। मसाई के अंदर हो तो मेहनत करो, क्योंकि अब तो डिग्री
मसाई के
नहीं है
अंदर
आपके
तो
पास,
मैं
आपके पास अब सिर्फ एक ही फिल्टर रह गया है, बैठ के स्किल्स पे पॉलिश करना। वरना तो जसकिरण एग्जाम्पल सबसे बेस्ट है भाई, जसकिरण हमारे यहाँ बैच का। हाउ टू
जस्ट
मैनेज
कर
टाइम,
रही हूँ।
भाई टाइम मैनेज का कुछ सिस्टम नहीं है यहाँ पे, मसाई के अंदर हो आपको बस लगे रहना है धक्का पेल।
That's a very big question for all the students. How to manage time?
खान लिटरली सुबह उठ के बैठ जाते थे हम लोग, शाम तक करते थे, यही 6 महीना 7 महीना आपके पास है। इसमें अगर आपने सब कुछ मेहनत कर डाली ना, छोड़ दो घर फैमिली, घर फैमिली दोस्त यार छोड़ दो, सिर्फ पढ़ाई पे ध्यान दो, सिर्फ प्रोजेक्ट्स पे प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाओ, चीजें रटते रहो, लर्न करते रहो, उसके बाद जब आप जाओगे ना कंपनी, आपको कसम से इतना बढ़िया बंदा आपको मिल लगेगा वहां जाके, मजा आएगा आपको।
Are you from front end or back end? Atul is asking.
मेरी पहली कंपनी वाज इन बैकएंड ओनली, आई वाज इन लैम स्टैक एट दैट टाइम, मुझे जावा भी आती है, पीएचपी भी आती है, बट मसाई के अंदर मैंने नोड जेएस सीखी थी। अभी यहाँ पर मैं बैकएंड नहीं कर रहा हूँ, अभी यहाँ पर फ्रंट एंड पे हूँ। तो हाँ फुल स्टैक।
So,
जावा मैं बेसिकली एंड्रॉइड डेवलपमेंट के लिए यूज करता था पहले, मैंने एंड्रॉइड पे भी थोड़ा सा वर्क किया हुआ है।
hmm. So, did you get any other friends from Masai at your job?
सॉरी।
Is there any more student from Masai at your office or job?
हाँ दो है ना, 3 people वर selected, one girl just left the company in first month, one guy is from SuperX, he is in backend Java guy, and one is Sakline, he is from part time one batch, first part time batch, so हाँ है, and they like
So,
they have good amount of knowledge more than me, उनको मुझसे
so there
ज्यादा।
is there is also a Masai community. Are you connected with that? And then how does that work? And the
क्या बात कर
people
रहे हो
are
यार,
there.
अपन हर जगह है, अपन सबसे दोस्ती यारी करके चलते हैं, कम्युनिटी बनाने तो यार अच्छी चीज होती है, और हाँ यही करके मेरा काम बनता है, बस यही एक चीज तो आती है दोस्ती करना। सो यस आई एम इन कम्युनिटीज। डिस्कॉर्ड पे नहीं हूँ भाई, डिस्कॉर्ड पे एक बार गया था फिर हटा दिया मुझको लोगों ने।
So, uh, so some people are asking, companies don't ask for degree or anything.
हाउ डू यू मैनेज डिस्ट्रैक्शन ड्यूरिंग योर
How
जर्नी? भाई यही मैंने किया था, मैंने दोस्तों को छोड़ दिया था, यूट्यूब ही बस मेरे पास था, इंस्टाग्राम डिलीट, हर चीज डिलीट, बैठ के पागलों की तरह पढ़ते रहो।
I also did that after joining Masai after one
छह
or 2 weeks.
महीने भाई
I
अभी।
just texted
हाँ
them. I just texted them. I will not be available for 35 weeks. Sorry for that. If you are in emergency or you need me urgently, just you can call me. I will not be on the chat or messages or group.
भाई सिर्फ थोड़ा टाइम मेहनत कर लेना, अगर कोई, अभी मैं इतना मजे कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे इस जॉब में, वीकेंड में हम लोग को सिर्फ 2 दिन ऑफिस आना होता है, बाकी डेज हमारे वर्क फ्रॉम होम होते हैं। लिटरली कोई वीकेंड ऐसा नहीं है जिसमें मैंने बाइक उठा के अपनी घूमने ना गया हो, सारे ड्रीम्स मैंने पूरे करे इन 7 महीनों की मेहनत से। सिर्फ 7 महीने पागलों की तरह पढ़ा है ना, इतना मजा आ रहा है इस समय, आप लोग भी मजे करोगे। मैंने हर चीज तो यार अपनी
Uh,
सैलरी से खरीदी है। एक बाइक का शौक था मेरे को, बहुत ज्यादा बाइक का शौक था, वो भी मैंने अपनी इसी सैलरी से, इसी जॉब की वजह से खरीदा। ये जॉब मुझे मसाई के चक्कर में लगी, थोड़ा मेहनत की वजह से लगी है।
so guys, just work hard in Masai and everything will be fulfilled. Just because of your skills and all. So Krishna was asking, if you want to learn something new technology or framework, how do you proceed upon that?
यार मैं बहुत, अरे यार खेमचंद भाई प्लीज डायरेक्ट मत करो, क्योंकि मुझे बहुत ज्यादा देखना पड़ रहा है, ग्रुप पे डाल दो यार।
Just message in the everyone section so
भैया
everyone
एनी
can see
टिप्स
and
फॉर अप्रोचिंग माय डीएसए प्रॉब्लम, आई एम able to grasp the topic but can't be able to implement the question. डीएसए का आई wasn't a good guy, बट हाँ एक सबसे सही तरीका होता है, यूज टू ऑलवेज स्टार्ट फ्रॉम अ स्मॉल वन, उसके बाद बड़े पे जाओ। यही चीज लीड कोड में भी हम क्या करते थे, तो आपको नॉलेज मिल जाएगी चीजें कैसे क्या हो रही हैं। वरना सबसे बेस्ट थिंग, अगर आपको लग रहा है ना कि आप क्लासेस में उतना अच्छे से नहीं समझ पा रहे हो, क्योंकि दैट्स अ फैक्ट, मुझे भी कई बार होता था क्लासेस में नहीं समझ पाता था, सो आई वाज लर्निंग द स्टफ फ्रॉम यूट्यूब। यूट्यूब पे इंडियंस भरे पड़े हैं, बाहर के देश वाले आके इंडियन से सीख रहे हैं ऑन यूट्यूब, सो व्हाई डोंट यू डू दैट। विच बाइक से, बाइक क्लासिक 350 लेनी थी तो वही लिए मैंने।
yeah, sir, you were from part full time or part time? Yeah,
फुल
sir.
टाइम, फुल टाइम, आई वाज ऑन फुल टाइम।
Well, some students are asking for package. Guys, don't ask for package. You can't ask for package. Or don't tell anyone your package after you are hired. Okay, that's not a good thing.
I did that. मुझे याद है कि I posted on my WhatsApp status because I was like very much amazed when I know the package. Like ये मेरा package है, तो my best friend just called me. सार्थक ये क्या हरकत है, मत क्या करो. तो वो गलत चीज है. बॉयज से उनका पैकेज और गर्ल्स से उनकी ओल्ड सेइंग यार, ओल्ड सेइंग, पुरानी कहावत है.
Prithvi is asking how to give time on DSA during project week. So your projects are only basically on the coding part. So how do you work on that DSA part?
डीएसए का रात के टाइम निकालते थे एंड आई सिट विद इन द लास्ट यूनिट्स ना. इन लास्ट यूनिट्स मुझे बाकियों की हेल्प लेनी पड़ती थी एंड दैट्स व्हाई मुझे जरूरत पड़ती थी दूसरों की डीएसए के टाइम के लिए. सो यस, माय बैचमेट्स हेल्प मी इन दैट. डीएसए उन्होंने प्रैक्टिस करवाई है.
So the connection building is very important thing. You should have connections and it will help you all around your life, I think. So
एक चीज मैंने अभी जॉब
some
पे
tips
सीखा
around
ना,
that.
दैट इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग व्हिच आई लर्न इन द जॉब. आपका रिप्लेसमेंट आता रहेगा. हर साल बच्चे बीटेक कर रहे हैं, आपका रिप्लेसमेंट होगा. कोड कैसे करना है वो सबको आता है. बिजनेस कैसे बिल्डअप करना है और कम्युनिटी कैसे बिल्डअप करनी है, टीम कैसे बिल्डअप करना है, ये कोई नहीं सिखाएगा आपको. दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग व्हिच कम्स इनटू द कम्युनिकेशन पार्ट. क्या कम्युनिकेशन है, ये है.
कम्युनिकेशन बनाना बहुत जरूरी है, कनेक्शंस बनाना बहुत जरूरी है. You should be on
ये
LinkedIn
भी
and
रीजन है ना, ये भी एक रीजन है कि आई वाज सिटिंग इन बैंगलोर. आई वाज अबाउट टू गेट सिलेक्टेड इन दिल्ली कंपनी. नहीं हो पाया कुछ रीजंस की वजह से. छोड़ो. तो द रीजन व्हाई आई डिडंट वेंट फॉर दैट दिल्ली वाला कंपनी ना, थैंक्स गाइस, वो मैं डाल नहीं पा रहा था लिंक्डइन आईडी मेरी डालने के लिए. I didn't went for that Delhi company. जबकि दिल्ली, I am from a UP guy. यूपी से दिल्ली बहुत पास है, मैं अपनी फैमिली के पास रह सकता था. But the thing is ना, you're not gonna get a good amount of that circle environment in Delhi. दिल्ली में रह के मुझे पता है कि मैं वो कनेक्शन नहीं बना पाऊंगा which I can build in Bangalore. So that's why I crave for this company and went here. पैसा wasn't always a mandatory thing, but connection was important thing. Always think about the आने वाला 2 साल. आने वाले 2 साल के if you know that ना, करना क्या, कैसे करना है, आपको आइडिया रहेगा. दिल्ली में रह के आपका जितना भी पैकेज हो ना, आप जानते हो 5 साल बाद यू आर नॉट गोना गेट अ वेरी ह्यूज अमाउंट. नौकरियां फैक्ट है, नॉलेज से तो लगती हैं बट कनेक्शन से भी लगती हैं. कनेक्शन तो इज अ डैम इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. सो या बैंगलोर में रहकर मुझे पता है कम पैकेज भी होगा ना, मैं 2 साल के अंदर अपना कनेक्शन बिल्डअप कर लूंगा, नॉलेज बिल्डअप कर लूंगा. मसाई से निकल के नॉलेज ही मिलती है आपको. यहाँ पर कनेक्शन अच्छे हैं, नौकरी मिलेगी. वो भी छोड़ो.
so any suggestion?
वेरी
Yeah, yeah.
कंपनी में नेपोटिज्म हो रहा है मेरा. और बताओ.
Any suggestion you want to give to the people they are right there?
सॉरी.
Any suggestion for studies and all? The student wants to ask know that.
सजेशन भाई, लगे रहो. दैट्स द ओनली थिंग. यही सजेशन है. टॉकिंग अबाउट हाउ मेनी लैंग्वेजेस यू लर्न, काफी 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 सारी करी थी. The thing is ना, when you are in starting phase of your journey, always go for the with. आपको जितनी चीजें आती है ना, आप लर्न करो. बट when you are in a long run, right, you cannot go for every single. आपका काशी नहीं हो जिसको सब आता हो. You have to be good in one thing only. इटाची बनो, कुछ और बनो, मादा बनो, लेकिन एक चीज पे फोकस करनी पड़ेगा, तभी आगे बढ़ पाओगे आप लोग.
So any suggestion, मतलब basic.
So suggestion part, bro, you always
Yeah.
learn for the when you are starting phase ना, always learn every single thing. But in long run एक चीज पे फोकस करना पड़ेगा.
Okay.
मजा आ रहा है
So
यार और बाकी
thank
से
you
बात
guys.
करने में. जिनको अरे एक काम करते हैं ना, एक को अनम्यूट करा के भी बात कर लेते हैं. कितने सारे क्वेश्चंस, we missed many questions.
So we joined late, Sarthak. So the time is over. I think it's 7 p.m. already. So we will be signing off, and we will we'll try to organize another session for talking to people.
अरे 5 मिनट रुक जाते हैं ना, मुझे भी बात करनी, लोगों से बहुत दिन बाद बात करने का मौका मिला.
Okay. Okay, we'll just take some questions. Okay. So just quickly, guys,
तू बना रखा
any
था, हाफ एन आवर
questions?
कर पाए हम लोग.
So there was technical glitch in the background, so that was a problem. We started late.
चलो
Quick, some questions. So okay.
हैंड रेज कर दो गाइस, जिनको भी पूछना है. पहले वाले बंदे को मिल जाएगा चांस.
Okay, so I am unmuting Atul if you have any question.
Yeah, thank you very much, Abhishek. First of all,
Yes.
Sarthak, I want to ask what were the rounds in your clear trip, and what were the tech stack they have asked in Cleartrip? Because this is the most thing I want to see. Because a guy is coming from Cleartrip, he can tell very better about it.
Yeah, they in total now there are 3 rounds at my time. Now it is round of 4. Just
Hmm.
because earlier one other company was taking interviews round here. Interview Vector was basically taking the interviews, but right now all the techie guys now they are doing by themselves only. So I got selected in second round stuff only. Obviously the जो बाकियों का होता है ना, here also the same thing. First in DSA, second one you are gonna get the coding stuffs. In third round you are gonna get one project that you have to build in 2 days time, and then you're gonna get selected.
तो डीएसए में आपसे बेसिकली क्वेश्चन क्या पूछा गया था? मतलब आप जनरली बता सकते हैं, एग्जैक्ट क्वेश्चन नहीं, मतलब टॉपिक बता सकते हैं.
That's so detailed.
बहुत ज्यादा डीप चला गया, लेकिन
नहीं,
very
What?
that is a fact.
Just-
Only to be
Were they
very
basics or were they?
wasn't a
Only-
wasn't a basic, but they were like they gave only 2 questions. In first question they just stuck into that. They were like इसको और कैसे अच्छे से कर सकते हैं और इसका टाइम कैसे कम करें. मतलब they were want to make things very काइंड ऑफ कहना चाहिए बहुत ज्यादा छोटा. आप कितना कर सकते हो इसको, कितना टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी कम कर सकते हो, कितना स्पेस कम कर सकते हो. बट दे आर जस्ट वांट ऑप्टिमाइजेशन. फ्रंट एंड ऑप्टिमाइजेशन इज वेरी गुड स्टफ, जो कि शायद आपको भी बैच यूनिट में ना मिले, लेकिन क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा इफ यू आर गोइंग फॉर एन फ्रंट एंड जॉब. हाउ कैन यू ऑप्टिमाइज योर फ्रंट एंड, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन होगा.
Okay, now we'll take next question from Sujal Singh Thakur. After we'll take one more question only, and then we'll try
Thank
to
you,
sign
Abhishek.
off.
Hello, Sarthak Bakshi,
Hey,
sir.
hi, Sujal.
Sir, I want to ask that did you ever fear in your entire Masai journey that मतलब मुझे जॉब मिलेगी या नहीं मिलेगी? आपको भी ऐसा फील हो?
नहीं, ये इन्होंने तो गारंटी दी थी ना कि 5 रुपए की नहीं मिली तो पैसा नहीं लेंगे, तो कहाँ से फेयर होगा.
Okay, so next question I will take from Jayesh Khandelwal. Are you there?
Yeah, hello, Sarthak.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, I am a 12th student. So basically, I saw a video who got of a person who got praised from Masai. His name is Arjun Singh. He's on YouTube. So he just told that the 12th students are not getting as much as opportunities as graduate student.
Bro, that is in fact थोड़ा सा है, but not in everywhere, bro.
Sir, so like what are the basics? मतलब हमको ऐसी क्या skills ज़्यादा मेहनत करनी चाहिए उन skills पे जो हमें like मैं एक 12th पास स्टूडेंट हूँ, मैंने जस्ट अभी 12th पास करी है विद 86%. तो मेरा 12th का परसेंटेज अच्छा है, पर इट डजंट डिपेंड लाइक व्हाट मेरे को क्या आता है क्या नहीं आता वो मेरे प्लेसमेंट में दिखा जाएगा.
मैंने भी थोड़ी देर पहले जसकरण बच्चे के बारे में बताया था, याद है? ही वाज आल्सो 12th क्लास, ही वाज 19 इयर्स ओल्ड. मेरे बैच में 400 बच्चे थे. लास्ट यूनिट तक आते थे, दे वर लाइक 200. ही गॉट द सेकंड हाईएस्ट पैकेज, 15 LPA. ही वाज जस्ट 12th पास, 19 ईयर ओल्ड.
So the degree doesn't matter. The problem with that, अगर आप 12th पास हो तो हाँ आपको टाइम लगेगा, बेसिकली आपको लगेगा ग्रेजुएट के अलावा, लेकिन एक्सपीरियंस के साथ वो फिर वो कवर हो जाएगा.
नो जसकरण लिंक्डइन पे बहुत पोस्ट करता है जसकरण अबाउट हिज सीएसएस. ही इज लिटरली वेरी ग्रेट इन सीएसएस. उसके ऐसे सीएसएस मैंने किसी को देखा भी नहीं है.
So okay, thank you Sarthak, it was a great session with you. So we will just sign off.
लिंक किसी ने ऊपर डाला था.
I posted the LinkedIn. I will post it again, I think. Okay, wait a minute. I will post it again.
कोई डाउट हो यार, वहां पर मेरा नंबर है व्हाट्सएप का. कॉल करना हो कॉल करो, मैसेज करना मैसेज करो, सारे भाई हैं अपने.
Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. I will just post the LinkedIn IDs.
डाल दिया तुमने, डाल दिया.
Okay. That's great. Thank you, Atul. Thank you, Sarthak, for coming here. It's been a great session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Good night.
See you guys. मैं रुक जाऊं क्या 2 मिनट के लिए? अनम्यूट बाकी लोग कर नहीं पाएंगे आई गेस. चलो ऐसे रुक जाते हैं 5 मिनट के लिए.
Yes, Sarthak, you can.
I have to go home. 5 मिनट के लिए रुक जा रहे हैं, 5 मिनट बात कर लेते हैं बाकी मुझसे.
ठीक है, cool.
लाइव तो नहीं है ना मेरी तुझी?
Live तो है, मैं that's fine.
Can we unmute? वो रितु जी देखेंगे यार, मेरे पास नहीं है privileges.
Sarthak, you are the host, you can do it.
मुझे ढूंढना पड़ेगा एक एक को. ठीक है, प्रिंस को जरा अनम्यूट करते हैं.